Do you ever feel like life moves faster with each passing year? Where moments slip by and memories begin to blur together? How do we hold on to these fleeting moments? What if, instead of racing to see and do it all, we took our time to pause and truly experience things? Lately, that's been my focus, finding balance in life and in travel.
So on this road trip from our home in the French Alps to Paris, our goal isn't to see everything Paris has to offer, but instead have a few meaningful experiences that we're really going to remember. And along the way, we're going to check out some hidden gems around Paris that you may have never heard of. But first,
no road trip's complete without stopping at our favorite local specialty shop for some snacks.
bonjour!
Allez.
4 hours from the Alps, we reached our first stop, Provins. This medieval town is just an hour south of Paris, but feels worlds away. Arriving in the evening gave us a chance to see the glowing ancient ramparts surrounding the city, which for us was a beautiful surprise, setting the scene for a step back in time.
We just arrived at our hotel in Provins, and the hotel property is really cute. We're gonna head out to dinner and drinks, and I'm excited to see the underground tunnels that they have over here in the bar lounge.
As we made our way beneath the hotel, the air turned cool, and we found ourselves in a stunning underground labyrinth. These stone arches have existed since the 12th century and have been lovingly preserved by the hotel and converted into an elegant lounge for us to enjoy a piece of Provins' rich history. Their menu highlights the town's heritage with delicious rose-infused cocktails, a nod to Provins' famous roses. There's a network of tunnels similar to this beneath Provins, and over the years they've been used for different things, like storing goods, hosting secret meetings, and even serving as escape routes during wartime. These first glimpses of Provins left us feeling really excited for what the town will reveal tomorrow. With the town square just steps from our door, we set out to explore and grab breakfast. In the morning light, Provins feels like stepping into a scene from a storybook come to life. And like any good fairy tale, it even has a medieval tower waiting to be discovered.
Okay, these are the local specialty pastries.
Ooh!
Niflet.
With breakfast in hand, we were ready to set off. At first glance, Cesar's tower appears modest against the skyline, but step inside and you'll discover an architectural marvel that takes your breath away. As we wound our way up the ancient spiral staircase, each turn revealed a new secret. Mysterious chambers carved into stone, hidden passages that have been here for centuries.
Oh, wow.
And windows offering glimpses of the beautiful town below. This 900-year-old tower has seen it all. Once a watchtower guarding the town, later a fortress during sieges, and even a prison with its own share of stories. Now as a UNESCO heritage site, you can touch history with your own hands, and from this tower, get a beautiful perspective of this entire town. Another treasure of Provins is its famous rose gardens, which felt like the perfect alternative to the much busier Monet Gardens in Giverny. Here, away from the crowds, this garden feels like a peaceful retreat. For centuries, these roses of Provins have been prized for perfumes and medicines and are deeply tied to the town's history. Coming towards the winter gives you the opportunity to have this vast garden all to yourself. Even with most of the blooms sleeping, there's no denying that this place has a quiet stillness and charm that's beautiful. And in the midst of shaded paths and gentle streams, it felt like the perfect place to take in the change of seasons and pause.
Lundy, are you living your best life? Are you happy? Yeah.
You'll also find the cutest garden cafe that serves a variety of rose-infused teas. You can even buy rose syrups to take home from their beautiful gift shop. Provins has this way of captivating you, slowly revealing its wonders that linger long after you've left. We arrived in Paris the next morning after a short drive. Just like the rest of France, I'm discovering what the city has to offer little by little. These days, I try to find a sweet spot between excitement and tranquility. So on this visit, we're exploring Paris's quieter corners, discovering its intimate side, with a special surprise awaiting us on the Seine later this evening. But first, any good day starts with food.
Right now, we're searching for some breakfast. Sebastian found a very cute pâtisserie not far from our hotel, so we're taking a little walk there now.
When we arrived at the bakery, the place was so packed, and the expression on my husband's face says it all. His passion for French pastries is infectious. When he returned with 2 full trays of pastries, I can't help but laugh. But isn't this what Paris is about? Taking time to indulge in life's simple pleasures.
Have you been eating pastries?
After our carb-heavy breakfast, we decided to take it easy and stroll through the city. So far on this visit, I'm finding myself drawn to Paris's artistic soul. It's like a living gallery, with so much ornate architecture and stunning art all around us. Taking time to truly look around, I discovered beauty in the details that I hadn't noticed before. When we reached the historic fountains in Concorde Square, we decided to grab some crepes with coffee and pause to people watch. I love how Paris weaves together its grandeur with these peaceful moments, creating the perfect opportunity to take a breath and appreciate the city's beauty. As the evening approached, it was time for our special date on the Seine, so we flagged down a pedicab, and after a bit of haggling over price, the driver finally agreed to whisk us to the Alexander Bridge.
I am a little bit scared right now. This is going faster than I thought it would.
Paris at dusk is pure magic. It's something I think everyone should see at least once. As the city transforms from day to night, its landmarks look like beautifully dramatic silhouettes against the deepening sky. Tonight, we're seeing this breathtaking shift from the Seine, aboard a dinner cruise. Gliding past centuries of iconic monuments, it was impossible not to feel a sense of awe. What could be better than seeing the city under the stars? As the Eiffel Tower sparkled in the evening light, it was more enchanting than I'd ever seen it. In that moment, I could completely understand how Paris captures so many hearts. As we enjoyed such a delicious dinner, the slow drift of the boat allowed every moment to sink in. There was no rush here, only the beauty of the city unfolding around us. This has probably been one of the most beautiful experiences I've had in Paris. If you're a first-time visitor, I highly recommend seeing the city from the Seine. It's one of those moments you'll never forget. Before heading back to the Alps, there's another hidden gem that I want to share with you. Just an hour south of Paris lies Fontainebleau, which is often overshadowed by Versailles. There's a grand chateau here that holds a special significance as Napoleon's preferred home, and not many know it was the inspiration for the Palace of Versailles itself. In town, you can find some really charming hotels. After checking in, we made our way straight to the chateau. Surrounded by its famous ancient forest, this grand palace is now a museum showcasing the history of Napoleon and generations of his family. If, like me, you love museums and history, but without the large crowds, then you'll love this more intimate retreat. Walking through these halls, I couldn't help but imagine the countless stories these walls could tell. Each room we entered was even more breathtaking than the last. And every chamber had its own unique artistry and beautiful characteristics. They're so well preserved that you really have this feeling of being transported through time. Every detail invested in the intricate frescoes adorning the ceilings to the meticulously manicured gardens shows why this chateau inspired Versailles. But Fontainebleau offers a serene, unhurried experience. Here, you can really take your time to observe all the beauty around you. Standing in Napoleon's chambers, you could feel the palpable history, and each step through his personal library and galleries revealed a new treasure. I was so taken by the elegance and artistry of this palace, but it was the serene beauty of his in-house church that really captivated me. After visiting the palace, we explored Fontainebleau's Old Town. Here you'll find the most charming cafes and cobblestone streets lined with quaint boutique shops to explore. This journey has taught me that balance isn't about choosing between extremes. Whether we're in bustling Paris or peaceful countryside villages, we created our own rhythm. By taking time to truly experience each moment, our journey felt complete, not because we saw everything, but because we really savored what we chose to see.